Hello, and welcome to a video guide for creating essay questions in Examsoft. Our learning outcomes are going to be to understand where to create your question, as well as to learn about the many options available to customize your essay question. If you have a question for me, you can send me an email to brianbwebb@wisc.edu. Let's go ahead and get started. So you'll first see a department name, and we're going to select the School of Veterinary Medicine, and then you'll need to select a course name. From the courses that you're going to be given access to, you're going to have banks. Remember, banks are where you want to write your question. Your course is where you want to write your assessment. So let's create another question to add to our bank. Notice there's no assessments here. This is where our questions live, in this particular bank. Now, you'll notice in the titles that I have fill in the blank and multiple choice. I think that it's going to be very helpful to describe the question type in your question title. So let's write an essay question. I click the green plus over on the side. Essay is what we're writing today. I've got one already created. I'm going to copy and paste it into the question. You might need to do a little bit of formatting as you're setting it up. I'm also going to add a picture. I've got a picture on the desktop, but you can select it from any of your choices along the left side. You can resize it. There we go. And you might need to move it around to produce the best effect. In fact, I'm going to go down one more line there. Let's try that. And there we go. There we are. So for my title, I'm going to put an E for essay. You want to say essay one? There you go. You can add in the whole word. We're not losing too much there. And I'm going to focus on best treatment for larvae, winter, and let's say cattle. This should describe fairly well, and maybe I'll put this in all caps over here. Whoops. So this provides me with a good understanding of what this question's about and the style of question, which when you're putting together your assessments, that'll be really helpful. Your character limit. If you want a 100-word essay, if you want a 500-word essay, that's where you put it in. If you need a spreadsheet, a graphing calculator, or a scientific calculator, you can add those. And with the spreadsheet, the information that you put in, notice there's no save button. Put in some information, I hit close. When I come back to it, or when the students open it, they will see that information. And there we are. The rationale. This is a great place to explain to students why the answer that you're looking for is the correct answer, why answers that they might think are correct are not correct. Other remediations that you might have, that would be the perfect place to put those. I think this is a really valuable tool, and I'd highly recommend having some rationale for every one of your questions. In the attachments, if you have a rubric or an additional picture to add in, you can add those there. And down at the bottom, if this was about cats or dogs, we would have already a tag set for them. In this case, it's about cattle, and we don't have that tag ready yet. But make those tags. You can tag them now, you can tag them later. Both are completely fine. But in order to search some of these questions, to narrow them down and compare your data, you're going to want to have the tag registered there. So make sure you have your tags, make sure you click Save, and now again, we can see essay, it's about best treatment for larvae. Notice this one already starts to drag off a little bit. Maybe I would go back and switch that, change that a little bit there, maybe remove the 4, but you get the idea. It helps you to narrow down your questions when you can see that title. Otherwise, you're going to have to click on the question in order to see the full question. So consider those items as you are writing your questions. Best of luck.